Hello. Got a newish Trillium double IPA. It's called Cape Elizabeth Lighthouse. So this is a series of single hop double IPAs named after lighthouses. So they have released this once before under the name Marblehead Lighthouse, but Marblehead, I guess that name was already taken. So they switched it to this. So this one features all Citra hops, 8.9% alcohol. It was canned 8 days ago, and they use pale malt and honey malt in these beers, so it's a little different from their classic Fort Point and Street series beers that usually use pale malt and wheat and a little bit of caramel malt and stuff like that. This one is simpler and no wheat, just barley. And I haven't had this one before. I think I've had one of the other Lighthouse IPAs, and I thought it was pretty good. But I'm a big fan of Citra, and I thought it'd be worth snagging one of these. A little bit darker than your average Trillium IPA, I feel like. Not brownish or amber yet. I guess it's kind of close to amber, but not really. It's just like the haze in there is just so intense that it's kind of a dark gold orange. But it looks pretty good. The head, pretty good head. Not that bad. It's a lot of big bubbles. I can tell it's going to die down pretty quickly. But I really like that aroma. Yeah, it reminds me of all of my most beloved Citra single hop beers. Like, actually it's a little bit like the Trillium Monkish, what's that called? Insert hip hop reference here or something. That was a triple IPA that I got back in September. That was all Citra hops, and that smelled really good. This one is almost there. But it's just really, really orange juicy, really sweet citrus juicy, not really grapefruity and bitter smelling, but like tangerines and cotton candy. Yeah, that's really nice. And the head, yeah, not looking too good. When you inhale really deep, you get some nice tropical pineapple and mango. And I'm not getting any booze off of this one, which is kind of surprising for 8.9% alcohol. It's pretty strong. Usually I stray away from a lot of double IPAs that are super strong, but I've had a couple triple IPAs I like a lot. But usually my favorite is 8 to 8.5%, but this is smelling really good. Yeah, that's really nice. Just like super sweet citrus and pineapple. It's got a little bit of a musky, resinous hop thing to remind you that it is actually coming from hops, all these aromas. But yeah, I really love that smell. Pretty juicy, pretty nice body, pretty full. Not chalky and powdery and burning. Rather sweet, but not cloyingly so, and like lingers with lots of super sweet candy notes that are really nice. It's got this sort of like birthday cake thing going on that I notice with a lot of Citra heavy New England IPAs, especially Trilliums. That's a treat. Yeah, it's a lot like I'm drinking a tropical fruit juice blend. It's got plenty of sweetness in there, almost a very light tartness. And I'm not noticing much booze at all. It is a bit sweet, I would say, but because of the hop punch that it packs and the ABV, I think the sweetness it makes sense in this beer, and it's really helping to bring out a lot of this delicious Citra fruitiness. Yeah, this year I've realized that like Citra is just like my favorite hop, and it's still the world's favorite hop. I'm just still crazy about it. That's kind of why I bought this one. It's very nice. I highly recommend it. I don't know if it has crazy high ratings. It might have higher ones than like some of the other Lighthouse series double IPAs they have done. But if you're a huge Citra fan, I would recommend this beer. It's I guess not quite like King Sue. That one is a little bit more hazier and more bitter. But if you want a super sweet, juicy, very, very fruity Citra double IPA, this is very, very satisfying. Now I'm just getting a little bit of heat on the bottom of the throat, but there's no booze flavor or aroma. It's getting a little bit, very, very slightly dank, but it's not like really piney or weird herbal. It's not oniony either. Yeah, now if you breathe real deep, I can notice a little bit of booze. But I'm impressed with this beer. Quite a bit. Not totally perfect. The head and feel could be a little bit better, maybe. Or maybe it could, I don't know, have a little bit more bitterness. But I'm pretty happy with it. I'm giving this close to a 4.5, at least a 4.25. I'm glad I purchased this one. And maybe I should return to some of the more classic Trillium double IPAs. Like they had Vicinity there to buy, which I used to say was like one of my favorites, but I don't know, I've just had it a bunch of times and there's too much at Trillium to buy. But I should return to those ones, I think. And also the Galaxy 4 Point Bash I got is really good. I think I'm gonna do a versus review with that one, but this is very highly recommended, I would say. This is 4.3 or something like that, is what I would say. Maybe I'll start giving more varied ratings instead of just always doing the 1/4 and 1/2 stars, because sometimes it's hard to choose. All right, that's it. Goodbye.